Hey guys, it's Jen. Welcome back to my channel. Today, I am going to talk about my planner, what I use, how I use it, everything from how I organize my work appointments, my filming schedule, my cleaning schedule. So basically how I run my life, and I'm really glad that you're here. So first of all, if you are not already subscribed to Joyful Living, I wish you would. There is a big red button right there. Just go ahead and press that button. And if you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Both of those things really help me out. It helps YouTube know that you guys like the videos, and it ensures that I'll still be here next month making videos as well. So I really wish that you would do that. So my history with planners goes all the way back to the early 90s. I actually had a day timer. I know I'm dating myself here, but there was a big shift then where we all went from just having regular appointment books to really using planners for projects and dreams and goal setting and all of that sort of thing. And I've never looked back. Although, you know, for different work, I've had to have things electronically. I always prefer having a paper planner. I'm currently using the Plum paper planner, and if you want to go and watch it, I did do a video about this. I'll put a card up here, but I'll also put it in the description, where I compared the Erin Condren and the Plum paper. I would have loved to have stayed with Erin Condren. I'd been an Erin Condren girl for years, but they discontinued the 8.5 by 11 size. And I have to say, I'm very happy with Plum paper. I don't have any affiliate or referral links for any of the products that I'm showing today, mostly because I have lots of different companies that I love, and I am just as likely to buy something from Plum paper as I am to pick it up at Target. I'm just not, unfortunately, I'm not super loyal to one brand. So yeah, definitely look around. There are discount codes out there, but I love Plum paper. I'm going to show you a little bit how I use the layout. But since I bought it in October, I thought it would be good to kind of show, you know, how is it still working for me? And oh my word, yes, it is still working beautifully for me. So I use that for my planning. I also have this zipper pouch, and these you can get at the Container Store. They're very inexpensive, and I swear by these. I used to work for the Container Store, so I kind of am committed to a lot of their products. But in here, I've got these couple sticker books, just various stickers that I pick up from various places. I've got some sticky notes in here because I love to use those. And then I have my budget planner, and I write down our expenses every single day, so that's really important to have as well. And then, of course, what pens do I use? I am a Papermate Flair girl. I just ordered a whole nother set of these because I want to keep a full set down here in my office, and I want to keep a full set upstairs. I love the colors. I know that a lot of people recommend you pick a different color for different parts of your life. I don't do that. I just like it to look pretty. So I'll change to different colors. You'll find I'm not a very conventional planner. I don't follow any one person's system for planning. It's the Jen method. I go with what works for me, which I recommend to everyone. So what I thought would be fun is I'll walk you guys through this last week, what I did, how things worked out, what my process is when I plan out a whole week. I normally do my planning on Fridays or Saturdays for the week that's coming up, and I have a pretty clear and concise process. What goes in here is always whatever work appointments I have. My filming schedule, of course, is going to go in here. Also, cleaning projects, because this is for home and work, and I actually like having them combined. It really helps my brain. And I usually pick a word of the week. So our word for this week was plan. My word for last week, if you watched my Day in the Life vlogs, you'll know was build. And then this week I was feeling like, okay, I have built a lot. I've got a plan. I've got to just stop and get organized and figure out what happens next. And that really, really played out. I'm always amazed that when I kind of think about what I want to do and I make that intention word, how things just sort of align. I don't know why. It's just some kind of magic, but I find that incredibly motivating, and it doesn't always work, but this week it worked out great. I also make sure I always write down what exercise I'm going to be doing for the week. This week was running, walking, and ballet. And I just started doing Catherine Morgan's beginning ballet class online. Oh my gosh, I love her videos. She has Hashimoto's just like I do as well. So a lot of you that watch me because you watch my big Hashimoto's vlog might really enjoy her. And even if you've never done ballet before, you might find a lot of joy in it. I was a classical ballet dancer for 10 years. And I wanted to be a professional, but total side story that has nothing to do with planning. They told me that my body was too developed at 16. I was at the Arizona School of Ballet, which was a feeder for the ballet company there in town. And they basically pulled me aside and said, we need to give your space to someone we know can be a professional because your derriere is too big. And of course I was devastated and I quit, and it is just part of my soul that I feel like has always been a little hurt and wounded. And so doing these classes again, like I could cry, you guys, doing these classes, and I'm amazed at how things are coming back, and not just the technique and the positions, but the joy. And I hear that piano music and I remember that happening, and I can smell my dance classes, and it's a whole thing. So I'm doing that several mornings a week. And so I like that there's a habit tracker on there because I can do that. So as far as cleaning goes, I have a few chores that have to be done every week. I like to break those up into doing different things on different days. And I always write that in my planner. It just helps me get the housework done as opposed to doing it like in one big 5-hour session, which isn't super fun. So Mondays is change sheets, Tuesday is the bathroom, Wednesday was laundry, Thursday was vacuum downstairs, Friday's deep clean the kitchen. When did I vacuum the upstairs? I did that at some point. I guess I did that when I cleaned our bathroom. But just writing it down just kind of makes me not stress out about it because I know every day what I'm going to do. And when Scott is home and he's helpful around the house, not helpful, it's his house. So it's our house together and we're partners. So it's really easy for me to say, hey, today, what was scheduled, like today, for example, I really need for you to clean out the fridge. And so he can take care of that. And it's all just a beautiful thing because it's all here and it's all written down. And that way it actually gets done. I want to say too, for those of you that are struggling with productivity, we are in a global pandemic. I'm weird in that productivity helps settle me down. So this is actually helping me get through this time. But if you're finding that what's helping you is like burritoing it up, which that's what I refer to when you just kind of have to wrap yourself up like a burrito and sit on the couch, I'm telling you right now that you are doing fantastic. That is the way you are handling the global pandemic. There is no right or wrong way to do this. This is what's helping me, but I've also had my share of burrito days. So I don't want anybody looking at this and going, oh, she's getting so much done and I'm not getting anything done. This is because I'm a little nuts and this is staving off my depression and it's giving me a place to put all of this. Okay, so this is not better than not. Do what you need to do to survive right now. That's our bar. Every landing that you walk away from is a good landing. That's what pilots say. So every global pandemic that you walk away from is a good global pandemic. That is my shout out. And if you are one of my essential workers and especially our healthcare workers, my heart just goes out to you. Thank you for everything that you're doing. So, then I go through and I start putting down what has to happen filming wise, different projects that I'm working on. There was a lot this week for the channel and for my new consulting business. I had a lot of leads I had to follow up on, and I did have a big presentation that I did last night that went great. They're really only the third clients that I've taken all the way through, and we'll still have one more follow-up call, but I'm feeling super great about that. And I just knew that the week was going to have a lot of moving parts. So whenever I have a week like that, I do like to pull out the stickers. I do like to pull out the markers because it helps me take the crazy here and put it here. And then when I wake up in the morning, I don't have that sense of being completely overwhelmed and like I just don't know which way to turn. With the plum paper, you also have the bullet journal style over on the left. And I think when I first got this planner, that was probably my favorite part about it because although I love the bullet journal, see how I am? Like I like different parts and pieces of different ways to plan. And I think that's a really good word for you. Sometimes I think we watch somebody else do a planning video and we're like, oh, so-and-so does it this way, so that's the way I should do it. No, do it the way that it works best for you. So this combination of having the bullet points and room for me to kind of take notes and a priority and a to-do today, it just breaks my day down into a way that I can really accept. The other thing that I have to do today is plan out next week, and I did not write that in my planner, but I'm going to write it now. I might do that tomorrow. Let's move that to tomorrow. Plan out next week. When I set aside my time for planning out the week ahead, I really like to make that a happy, peaceful experience for a lot of reasons. If I'm going to have an intention word of the week, I want to give that some mental focus to really think through what do I want to accomplish and what should that word of the week do. The other thing is I feel like it sets me up for success, and I don't want to shortchange the experience. I really want to sit with what I'm hoping to accomplish in the week ahead. Am I being overly ambitious? Which you probably could guess tends to be a huge problem for me, as I do tend to bite off more than I can chew. And so thinking through how much is on here, is this realistic? What needs to stay? What could go? It just does something for my soul where I feel like instead of my time controlling me, I am controlling my time. And that's really the goal of all of this. The goal for me of having a planner is not to have a pretty planner. The goal is so that I can control my time. And there's only so much you can control, but I want to control what I can. Now I sound like I'm doing this serenity prayer, but this enables me to feel peace and calm and productivity, but also flexibility. And I changed a lot about this week. I mean, there were things that got moved from one week to the next. I did things like yesterday when I realized how crazy busy my day was, and some of you saw this on my Instagram story, I wrote in huge letters across the middle of the day, do not add to today, because I knew that I had more than enough work to keep me busy and to still allow myself to get some rest. And although I could do more, if I pushed it, I was really going to risk burnout, and I didn't want to schedule anything else. I also put things down here like dinner. I always have a little tab that says dinner. Doesn't always get filled out. I'm going to tell you that is my weakest skill. Scott's actually pretty good about it, but his travel schedule doesn't always make that possible. So we just ordered HelloFresh for the first time, and we did our first meal last night. And I'm loving that I have 3 meals in my fridge. Now it's a little challenging because I'm a vegetarian and they're not. So I'm not really sure what I'm going to eat, but I know that their dinners are taken care of. And I love that I was able to write that down. And like tonight, I put pizza, but we're not. We're doing the hamburgers that we ordered on HelloFresh tonight. So I really love that. So yeah, I put little stickers to motivate myself because apparently I'm 5, but it really works, you guys. Like I have a little sticker here that says success starts with a plan because my word for the week was plan. So there you go. At the end of the week, I put a little thing that said, you're doing great. Before I had my big meeting that I had last night, I have important next to it. When I was making the presentation for the meeting last night, I have a little sticker that says, get it, girl. And isn't there just something about it? It's like I open it up and I'm like, okay, you got this. You can do this. You're going to be good. But I also use this little transparent sticker at the top. It says, do your best with what you've got. And really, at the end of the day, that's all any of us can do. So my planner isn't magic, but it does enable me to do the best with the time and the resources that I have. So what would you call this like style of planning? I haven't the foggiest idea, but what I would call it is effective. Would this be an effective way for you to plan? I have no idea because this brain works best like this. But scheduling out my work time and then even more importantly, scheduling out my rest time helps me feel like I'm living my best life and that I'm getting the most out of every day. And I'll tell you, I ended up every day this week tired, but not overtired. And I felt like I had done a good job, but I didn't feel overworked. And I have to wonder with everything that happened this week, if I didn't have it all written in my planner, would that have been the case? So there you go. that is how I plan. If you are interested in this planner, I will put the Plum planner link below, and you can check that out. Again, it's not affiliate. If you didn't already subscribe, I wish you would go ahead and do that. Make sure you give this video a big like, and tell me below in the comments, what do you do for your planning? Are you all electronic? Are you using a planner right now? And how's it working for you? I hope you liked today. I hope whatever you're doing, you're finding joy. Stay home, stay safe, take care of each other, and I'll talk to you really soon. Bye-bye.